Have your volume up. Test, test, test. turn on the audio, right? We're here with Coach Getz pregame. Coach, how are you feeling about this game between South Oldham?
We've been playing pretty good lately on a little winning streak here, coming out at the end of December. We're down at South Oldham next week for a tough tournament. It'd be nice to finish up today with a W heading into Christmas, but we got our hands full. They're a nice club. They shoot the three ball more prolifically than anybody in the state of Kentucky. They got Coach Boo's cousin out there, number 50 Miles, kid's a good player, averaging almost 20 a game.
How would you say you felt about the performance from your Tigers yesterday?
Played really well, won with defense and rebounding yesterday. Going to have to do more of it today.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Coach.
Such a freak. Such a freak.
You can't miss the first part. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bellevue High School. Between this battle between the 8th Region South Oldham and 9th Region Beechwood Tigers, South Oldham comes in this game 3-5, coming off of winning against Bellevue yesterday in the first round of the tournament. Beechwood Tigers come into the tournament 4-4, their first round win over Ryle 66-46 yesterday. Here are the starting lineups. For South Oldham, number 1, Christian Veers. Number 5, Tate Holbrook. Number 12, William Burnside. Number 31, Taylor Sharp. And number 50, their star player, Julian Miles. It's going to be a really interesting test to see if the Tigers can slow down this prolific South Oldham offense that shoots the three ball really well. Starting lineup for the Tigers. Number 25, Jack Sullivan. Number 23, Trevor Lowe. Number 33, Maddox Kelly. Number 3, Cash Harney. And the Tigers star player, number 22, Cameron Boyd. Cam comes into today, averaging 25 points per game, had a 19-point performance to lead the Tigers yesterday in a big win over Ryle, a crosstown rivalry, region rivalry between those two teams. In that game, the Tigers were able to get out in transition, force a lot of turnovers, and shot the ball really well. One of their best shooting performances, 41% from the three yesterday. It's going to be a really interesting test between both of these teams. Both guard-oriented, both can score the ball. Whoever can, play better on defense will for sure have the edge in this ball game. And here we go. This will be the final game for each team in the Swaher Holiday Classic, as the weather has canceled all the games for tomorrow. Tips up and be grabbed by the Dragons. Christian Veers will bring it up for South Oldham here. Dragons moving the ball around the outside here. Miles, their best player, drives. Pump fake gets out to the corner. Three-pointers up by Holbrook, and it's good. We see already those Dragons can shoot the basketball, and they were able to move the ball, get a nice open shot. Let's see what the Tigers can do to answer. Cash Harney up top, drives. Gets over to Trevor Loeb. Cash Harney used the screen, drives middle, dishes it inside, steal by Miles. Dragons are out in transition. Dumps it inside, over the head of Burnside right there. At the turnover, Tigers will get the basketball back. We see already one turnover for each team early in this ball game. Cash Harney, star for the Tigers, freshman point guard, having a great season since coming back from football. Really been the difference for this basketball team after a tough 0-3 start. Trevor Logue shoots a three from the wing. It is no good. Rebounded there by Christian Beers of the Dragons. Dragons looking to build on a three-point lead. Burnside pulls the three quick and nails it. 7:05 left here in the first quarter. South Oldham out to a quick 6-0 lead here. Gamboy drives left side, gets it picked by Miles, who throws it back in. Grabbed by Trevor Logue on the ground, and it ball's back on the ground. Dragons come up with it. Timeout is called there by South Oldham. These two teams, or not timeout call, not sure what exactly happened there, but we call it travel. Tigers basketball here. 6:52 left here. Cam Boyd in the corner. Dumps it inside to Maddox Kelly. Hook shots up, and it gets the roll. Dragons bring it up. Trevor Logan nearly got the steal. Shot right there is no good. Maddox Kelly comes up with the rebound. My trusty partner, Mike Murphy, just strolls in. Welcome to the broadcast, Mike.
Finally out of here. I didn't think I was going to be able to get through that bustling Bellevue Christmas traffic.
We got a quick start so far. Dragons have nailed 2 3-pointers. Cam Boyd gets the floater, almost nailed it. Dragons come up with the rebound. Christian Beers bringing it up here for South Oldham. Miles shoots a deep 3-pointer, and it's no good. Almost got in there. Ball's bouncing around. Saved there by Maddox Kelly. A great play. Keep the ball in bounds.
Yeah, that's a great hustle play right there by Maddox.
Tigers trying to get their offense going here. 6:06 left here in the first quarter. Maddox Kelly inside once again, working on Burnside. Gets it to Trevor Logue. Back outside to Cash. Cash uses the screen nicely. Pulls up from mid-range. No good. Rebounded there by Miles. And you saw there, Murph, there was nobody in the paint there for the Tigers for the offensive rebound.
I mean, it's going to be hard to get rebounds when there's nobody underneath the basket, that's for sure.
3-pointer missed there by Taylor Sharp. Cash Harney drives it down, gets Jack Sullivan in the corner. No good. William Burnside wide open on the wing, and it's no good.
Zari, this South Oldham team absolutely loves the three-pointer. I'm not sure if you saw the box score last night of their win over Bellevue, 71-34, 15 three-pointers on 48 attempts. This team loves three-pointers maybe more than anyone in the state. Yeah,
they shoot 60% of the three, but, Murph, to say about that, only 47% of their made shots are the three-pointer. They're shooting around 36% from three, so a higher number for most teams in their region. Tigers got the ball underneath. Cash Harney looking for somebody. Finds Jack Sullivan. Tigers working the ball on the outside. Dragons really giving them fits on the Tigers' offensive side of the ball right now. Maddox Kelly inside, though, working on Burnside. Freshman versus sophomore. And that's a foul card right there. Maddox Kelly will head to the line. And Murph, talk about his game yesterday.
I mean, he played a great game, and again, we talked about the importance of Maddox, getting better every game. We saw last season, by the end of the season, he was knocking down jump shots. He just, coming off a football season, it can be tough getting back into the grind basketball wise. But Maddox is slowly getting to where he was last year, and he's doing a great job from the free throw line. How about 8 for 8 in the last 2 days?
Yeah. 6-4 ball game, 5:05 left here in the first quarter. South Oldham versus Beechwood here at the Swahart Classic at Bellevue High School.
Maddox he's got a chance to be a special player. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up this year, but he looks good, really good so far.
Miles off the mark there with that three-pointer. Jack Sullivan bringing it up here for the Tigers. Sullivan inside, puts it up. Mid-range is good, and that ties up the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, what a great play by Jack there. We talked about the importance of him developing that mid-range game.
Another jump shot, three-pointer made by the Dragons. All three of their made shots have been threes so far, Murph.
Yeah, that Taylor Sharp right there. Sharp averaging only 5 points a game, but he is a weapon from outside. 37% on the season from three-point for Taylor Sharp.
Dragons must have watched the Shelby Valley film as they have moved to a zone. Trevor Logue with a beautiful dish inside, and once again, Maddox Kelly's going to go to the free throw line.
And you can see, Nazario, that Coach Getz is really trying to establish Maddox as a post presence. And we saw, especially during his younger years, sometimes Maddox didn't have the confidence to play strong inside. Coach Getz is really forcing that early this season. And we see a lot of loop passes inside to Maddox, and you can tell that they're really coaching him to be the post presence that this team desperately needs. Yeah,
and if they can keep getting fouls on his big man and sending him to the free throw line, I mean, it's just really well to see from Maddox inside there.
Yeah, 4 for 4 from free throw line today.
Three-pointers off, a grab by Miles inside, puts up the reverse, and extends the Dragons lead to 11-8 here. 3:54 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Miles is a nice player. Averages 18 points a game, only a sophomore.
Cam Boyd knocks down the three, back to a tie ball game here. That's Cam Boyd's first points of the game after a 19-point performance yesterday. Dragons moving the ball around the outside. Miles picks up his dribble, finds Burnside inside, hook shots up, and it gets the roll.
William Burnside, 13 points last night against Bellevue. He's got a nice inside-outside game. He can hit threes and he can play inside as well.
Once again, Dragons force a turnover. Miles, layup, good. Dragons extend their lead to 4 here, 15-11.
This is a team you can't turn the ball over against.
Dragons switching up defenses a lot here. Jack Sullivan drives, finds Maddox inside. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball is called. Ball's going to stay with the Tigers here underneath.
Yeah, the Tigers doing a good job of trying to claw back in this one. This is just one of those games where you have to be really careful about being sloppy. You can't do it.
Cash trying to find somebody, eventually gets it out to Trevor Logue here. Cam Boyd, one-on-one with Burnside. Gets the screen from Kelly. Swings it over to Logue. Cam sizes up the defender. Spin move, thought about it, goes up with it, tip. Picked up there by Taylor Sharp. Another turnover for the Tigers. Christian Beers drives inside, reverses up, and a beautiful finish there. Extends the Dragons lead to 6. Tigers getting out in transition. Cam Boyd. Cash Harney up top. Swings it to Trevor Logue in the corner. Double team coming. Trevor gets it out there. Dragons forcing a lot of pressure on these Tigers. And that's another turnover right there.
And Nazario, this South Oldham team out of the 8th region, 3-5. But that record very deceptive. They last night they broke a 4-game losing streak. But those 4 games that they lost came against 4 really good teams. 3 of those 4 teams in the top 41 in the state RPI. Grant County and Walton Verona, who we saw earlier this season, 2 very good teams. Grant County currently ranked 22nd in the RPI, Walton 41st, and also Louisville Eastern ranked 34th. Coach Simpson, who, by the way, one of the most storied coaches in all of Kentucky, over 400 wins, multiple state Sweet 16 appearances. He, like many other coaches, he's scheduling heavy early to try to get this team ready for 8th region play. That 3-5 record, do not judge South Oldham on that 3-5 record. They are much better than 3-5.
With 2:08 left in the first quarter, the Tigers already have 4 turnovers. They had 13 yesterday in their victory over Ryle. Definitely got to get those numbers down. South Oldham only with 2 so far. 17-11 here. Dragons will get the basketball. Tigers coming out in what looks like a zone press here. William Burnside already with 7 points early in this game.
Yeah, Burnside again with 13 points last night against Bellevue.
Burnside shoots the jumper. Ooh. No good right there, and Sullivan comes up with the rebound. Tigers getting out. Cash Harney going fast. Pull up mid-range short. Grabbed there by Christian Beers. Murph, so far through this game, there's been 0 subs.
How about that?
Miles from 3, no good. 2 back-to-back air balls for the Dragons. Cam Boyd gets it out to Cash Harney. Cash Harney drives, floaters up, and a beautiful
There we
finish
go.
to make it a 4-point game. And he gets a steal right back, puts it up, blocked there by Miles. Dragons retain possession here. Veers up top.
They love the three. Veers right there. He wanted to shoot that badly.
Tigers have moved to a zone here as well. Looks like a 2-3. And subs coming in for both teams. Logan Wormuth and Andrew Goodwin for the Tigers. And Nathan Toro and Luke B for the Dragons.
Missouri, South Oldham tied for 39th in the state of Kentucky in terms of points per game. They average 70 a game. They allow only 60 points a game. So they've got a really nice team. And there we go.
That was just great ball movement right there. A little inside-out action. Finds Christian Veers on the wing. Veers so far the second leading scorer for the Dragons with 9.4 points per game. We're at 53 seconds left in this fourth quarter. 7-point lead for the Dragons.
Veers and Jake Fithian both over 40% shooting three-pointers this year. They've got.
Cam Boyd tries to answer back. No
There we go.
good. Maddox Kelly, a beautiful rebound. Ball still bouncing around up there. Toro with the rebound for the Dragons. Dragons come down once again. B shoots the three, no good. Rebounded by Loeb. 25 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Missouri, they have 7 shooters over 32%. So their top 7 players are all over 32% shooting three-pointers.
That's something right there, man.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see that a lot.
11 seconds left here. 10 seconds left. Trevor Logue slings it over to Wormuth on the wing. Pump fake drives, kicks it out. Ball still bouncing around 2-1. Tigers can get the ball with 0.7 seconds left here. Gonna have to fire up a prayer here, Murph.
Well, it'd be nice to get 2 or 3 here. 7-point deficit here, not ideal. And again, the problem with digging yourself a hole against a team like this is if they can get hot shooting those threes, it makes it very hard to come back from.
Cash finds Maddox inside, ball bounces around, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 20-13, South Oldham Dragons.
Yeah, it was good thought there by Cash. Unfortunately, good defense inside on Maddox Kelly. So 20-13 at the end of one. Missouri, your thoughts?
The South Oldham, looking at the stats, have shot 17 shots so far through the first quarter. Tigers only shot 11, so turnovers, having more possessions, definitely a big factor so far in this basketball game. And, South Oldham shot the ball well. We expected that coming in. Tigers definitely going to have to step it up here on defense, but also they got to focus on offense and can't give the ball away as much.
Very well said. Very well said. Did you go over the Swagger Classic games last night?
I did not.
Okay, just taking a look at the action from last night in the Mike Swagger Classic. After our game, Bellevue fell to South Oldham 71-34 in that game. South Oldham had 4 players in double figures. Julian Miles and William Burnside had 13 points each. And as I said, they hit 15 three-pointers out of 48 attempts. In Game 3, Newport Central Catholic knocked off Williamstown 84-68. In that game, Kobe Kramer, 39 points.
Wow.
Shot the lights out for the Thoroughbreds. And then in the finale last night, Newport knocked off a very down Holmes team, 52-19. Newport moves to 7-2. Holmes falls to Nazario. Can you believe it? 0-9.
Wow, you wouldn't think that after hearing about all those great teams they
I
had
know.
in the 2000s and then Beetle Bolden in 2000,
Yes.
early 2010s.
All right, South Oldham with the ball to start the quarter. Veers right wing, dribbles towards top of the key, thinks about a 3, kicks it over to the left side now, inside to Veers, and back to Veers. Veers right wing, he hands it off for a long shot. Tate Holbrook, he bears a 3. Holbrook on the season, 35% from 3, and that gives South Oldham a 23-13 lead. Harney over to Goodwin. Goodwin back to Harney, top of the key. Harney dribbles to his left, inside, elbow, stops, pops, jumper, good. Cash Harney with another mid-range jumper. It makes it 23-15.
Tigers got to find a way to keep getting Cash Harney in the middle of the court, both for his shooting and so he can distribute the ball to his teammates.
Veers hands it off, top of the key. And inside to William Burnside. Burnside up and in, he scores. Is that Burnside 22?
No, that was Nathan Toro, who just entered the game earlier.
Nathan Toro.
His first points of the basketball game here.
Okay, Harney, top of the key, dribbles between his legs. He's defended by Veers. Over to Logan Wormuth. Wormuth tries to find Boyd inside. It's tipped out by South Oldham. The Dragons almost came up with another turnover, but Beechwood will retain possession.
And you can see so far, South Oldham has just brought more intensity to this basketball game. You can see it on the bench, and you can see it in the way they're playing. But Cam Boyd, great
Nice
finish
play,
right there.
nice play. Tigers are just outstanding on inbound plays right there. Again, Cameron Boyd with an easy bucket. That cuts the lead to 8, 25-17, 6:24 remaining in the first half. And turnover there by South Oldham. Christian Veers tried to hit a streaking Jake Fithian. Fortunately, led him a little bit too far. Tigers come up with the turnover.
A big chance right here for the Tigers to come back a little bit. Only down 8 so far, but they got to stop. Cash Harney, beautiful pass.
Yeah, nice thought. And Tigers lose the ball. Veers comes up with it. Veers bounce pass inside, and that is Fithian who scores. And that jumps the lead back out to 10, 27-17, the Dragons lead. Harney bounce pass over to Wormuth. Wormuth back to Harney. Harney dribbles inside, finds Boyd underneath. Boyd stops, puts it up, short jumper, good, 27-19.
I am not sure how Cash Harney saw Cameron Boyd right there. But
I mean, he's incredible. His vision that he showed, I mean, he was fantastic last year. He's on another level in terms of 9th region play. All right, Jake Fithian, top of the key for the Dragons. He hands it off to Christian Veers. Veers back to Fithian, right wing. Fithian drives inside, kicks it out, and inside to Toro. Toro puts it up and in for 2, 29-19. Tigers getting beat inside.
That is the 7th different player already for the Dragons to score a basket.
Cash over to Andrew Goodwin. Goodwin to Boyd, right corner 3, and no good. Fight for the rebound. Loeb comes up with it. They're going to call a foul inside on Nathan Toro for the Dragons.
Tigers going to enter back into the game. Jack Sullivan and Maddox Kelly. Actually in the game will be Trevor Logue and Logan Wormuth.
Cash will inbound underneath his own basket. Coach Getz barking commands to his freshman superstar point guard. Julian Miles checks back in for the Dragons. Harney looks for opening. He finds a streaking Boyd. Boyd puts it up, left hand up, no good. Rebound Tigers. Cash pisses one off the glass for 2. 29-21, Dragons lead.
Cash up to 6 points as well. Him and Cam Boyd got to keep shooting the basketball and put this team on their back right here.
All right, Veers, top of the key, defended by Andrew Goodwin. Almost lost it, but regains it now, drives inside, kicks it out to 50 in left corner. He buries another 3, and that jumps the lead to 11, 32-21. The threes continue to rain down for the Dragons.
And that shot was from deep. That wasn't terrible defense. We got the closeout there. But that's just a great shot right there by the Dragons. And they're having a lot of success shooting the basketball right now. They're shooting, so far through this game, 12 of 22, over 50%, which is really spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's, that's how you win basketball games, right? You put the ball in the basket. Unfortunately, they're doing a better job of it right now. Just taking a look at the previous, the games this season for South Oldham, their 3 wins have come against, two of the 3 have come against, actually all 3 have been against teams that are not very good. Thomas Nelson and Valley, both 0-8. They beat Bellevue last night, Bellevue 3-5. All 3 of those teams in the either 223 or lower in the state RPI. Their losses against Grant County, Walton, Eastern Cal, and Simon Kenton. By the way, Simon Kenton last night knocks off Elder. Yeah, in the Scott Winter Classic. How about that? The Pioneers rolling right now. All right, back on the floor for the Tigers. Sully, Maddox Kelly, Cameron Boyd, Andrew Goodwin, and Cash Harney. All right, it's Coach Steve Simpson calling the defensive set for the Dragons. Harney brings it up the middle of the floor. Bounce pass over to Sully, right corner. He fires for 3. There we go.
Needed it right there, Murph.
Much needed. All right, Veers over to Fithian. Miles, right wing, drives. Leaner, no good, and there's a foul called. Looks like that's going to be on maybe Toro again. No, they'll call that on
Veers,
Christian Veers. 4:08 remaining. Beechwood trailing 32-24 to the 8th region South Oldham Dragons. Harney brings the ball up the floor. Calling for Maddox Kelly to wake up underneath. Over to Sully. Sully spins, loses the ball, and that will be a Beechwood turnover. South Oldham with the ball.
Has the Tigers' 6th turnover already this ball game.
All right, 50 drives to the right side, finds a streaking Nathan Toro, puts it up and in for 2. That makes the score 34-24, 10-point lead for South Oldham. Dash across the timeline, 2 defenders at the top of the key waiting. He gets it over to Boyd right side, back to Harney. Harney back to Boyd, finds Sully in the corner. Sully steps inside the 3-point line, jumper no good. Fight for the rebound, the Dragons come up with it. Nice job right there by Julian Miles to tap that one back inbound to Fithian. Fithian over to Toure, back to Fithian, the left wing. Fithian over to Luke B. B over to Holbrook. Holbrook to Toure. Toure to Fithian. Fithian to Miles. Miles drives inside, tries to throw it away, or tries to get it out, recovers a tip, and the Dragons will reset. Fithian over to Luke B. B inside to Fithian. Fithian kicks it out, and another 3-pointer, this time Julian Miles. Miles, the leading scorer and 3-point shooter. He came in with 25 3-pointers on the year and shooting 35%. Another Beechwood turnover, and the Dragons in transition almost lose the ball, and there's another 3-point attempt by Holbrook, no good. Sully with a strong rebound. He gets it down to Harney. Harney fires it down the floor to Kelly, and off of Maddox's fingertips, out of bounds. Another turnover for the Tigers. South Oldham, Nazario leading by 13, 37-24.
Yeah, and they're shooting over 55% from 3 right now, just having a field day, and they're doing what the Tigers did yesterday, forcing turnovers and getting out in transition and getting easy baskets.
All right, Jake Fithian, sophomore guard for the Dragons, brings it up to the left side, finds a streaking Miles, puts it up and in. Too easy, Nazario. Too easy.
Yeah, they've got 2 backdoor cuts in their last 3 possessions, and the Tiger defenders just haven't been anywhere near them.
39-24, South Oldham with the lead. Harney over to Boyd. Boyd right side, back to Harney. Harney drives inside, and they're going to call it carry on Cash. And I think it was a good call. Unfortunately, I think Cash just kind of lost that ball as he tried to dribble inside.
Yeah, he thought about passing it, realized he had enough space, just couldn't quite quickly think about it enough, but that's another turnover for the Tigers.
Fithian, left side, there it is again, the streak to Julian Miles, same play. They get the Tigers again, 41-24, the lead now at 17 for South Oldham.
Yeah, the backdoor cuts on the outside perimeter, the Tigers defense just caught a little bit in a lapse right there, and it's happened a couple times. That's too easy a basket. There's nobody there at the finish, at the basket.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you can't allow yourself to get too deep to a team like this, a team that can shoot the ball the way they can. My thought was the only way that this would get out of control to the Dragons' favor is if they were just hitting 3-pointers nonstop. Unfortunately, they've also been victimizing us inside. All right, Cash brings the ball down the floor. 1:34 remaining in the first half. Over to Sully, left wing. Sully loops it over to Cash. Cash, left corner 3. No good. Fight for the rebound, and the Dragons come up with it again. Julian Miles this time. Miles, top of the key. Pushes off. Yeah, an obvious foul there. He pushed off on. What? Wow, okay.
I was thinking what you were thinking.
I stand corrected. I guess that's why I'm in the stands not wearing the black and white there. But man, that looked like a push, obvious push off right in front of the official. All right, the Dragons will reset their offense. Fithian dribbles to the right side, defended by Jack Sullivan. Gets it to Miles. Right corner 3, missed that badly, but underneath, Luke B kicks it out to Fithian, left wing. Fithian, the point guard right now for the Dragons, over to Miles. Miles over to Luke B, sophomore, fires, buries another 3. Luke B on the season, 32% from 3, 8 of 25 coming into today. 20-point lead for the Dragons, 44-24. Pass inside to Quinn Everson, and that ball is tapped out of bounds, but it will remain with the Tigers. 39.7 seconds remaining. South Oldham walloping the Tigers right now.
Yeah, on that offensive possession, though, for the Tigers, I saw them finally get the ball inside. They got to keep continuing to do that if they want to claw back in this basketball game.
All right, Sully over to Cash. Cash right side. Dribbles inside, now backs it out. Hands it off to Logan Wormuth. Wormuth drives inside, spins, thinks about the shot, now kicks it out to Trevor Logue. He tries to get it inside to Quinn Evanston on the post, but that's tapped away by the Dragons. Dragons come up with another turnover with a chance to add to their 20-point lead. 15 seconds remaining in the half. Fithian dribbles towards top of the key, crosses over, drives inside, kicks it out, and they're going to call a charge there. Who else, Nazario, but Trevor Logue draws that foul.
Yeah, and even though it's a 20-point game here, the Tigers have a shot to get a basket to finish this second quarter with a little bit of momentum.
8.8 seconds remaining. Worm gets it into Cash. Cash dribbles inside. It's lost. Luke B comes up with it. He fires for 3. That misses badly. Trevor picks it up, fires it down the court, and that will do it for the first half of action. South Oldham, the Dragons from the 8th region, lead our Beechwood Tigers 44-24.
We'll be back with second half action in approximately 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of basketball here at Bellevue High School. Real quick, Murph, let's get some trivia time in.
Oh, I love trivia time. Let's do it.
So, on this date in 1969, what record, NCAA record, did Pete Maravich break? Was it free throws made, three-pointers made, or total points in a game?
I'm gonna say total points.
It was A, free throws made. He made 30 of 31 from the free throw line.
What a player.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, as the years and decades go by, people really lose track of what a legendary player he was. Just he was awesome. And, you know, I mean, you know, getting to the free throw line, it's an art. It's a lost art. You know, it's something you know. We're watching South Oldham, who's, you know, they average, you know, shooting, you know, what, 35 three-pointers a game. You know, I mean,
Tigers will inbound here to start the third quarter. 44-24 South Oldham. Murph, what do you think are some keys that the Tigers want to find a way back in this basketball game?
well, one, I mean, you just got to take care of the ball. I mean, too many turnovers. And then the second one we see right there, we got to score the ball. You got to put the ball in the basket. Right now, you know, those two things are killing us. You know, again, this is not one of the top defensive teams in the state. You know, they should be able to put points up on the board.
Tigers get back to their zone defense, and that's Miles getting the basket to start the second quarter. That's Miles' 11th point of the game.
Yeah, Miles is a nice player. He came in averaging 18.1 points a game. 6'1", 160-pound sophomore, Nazario.
Yeah, they're a young team.
Yeah.
Only 4 seniors on the entire team. Only 1 or 2 that really play. Jack Sullivan on the wing, thought about the three. Gets it up top to Cash Harmon. Dragons have stifled the Tiger offense with their zone. Jack Sullivan drives. Ball is tipped up and it's rebounded by Miles. Miles getting out in transition. 2-on-1. Ball goes out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul there on Cam Boyd. Not sure if that's his first or second of the game.
Foul's on number 22, Boyd. His first.
Coach Getz did not like the call right there.
Definitely did not like that one.
Burnside wide open in the corner, shoots the three, no good. Foul called on the Dragons. That's number 31, Taylor Sharp with the foul right there. Tigers will get the ball back.
You know, and I think another thing that needs to happen in order for us to get back in this game is, you know, someone other than Cameron, Boyd, and Cash Harney and Sully, they're going to have to start scoring. They're going to have to get help scoring from your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th person.
Jack Sullivan drives middle, finds Cam Boyd on the wing. Going to call foul there on Christian Beers right there. Early fouls here, Murph. Already 3. Don't remember too many in the first half. Tigers will inbound underneath here. 6:32 left in the third quarter. Jack Sullivan on the wing. Up top to Maddox. Tigers moving the ball around the outside. Cash up top, looking for Maddox inside.
Yeah, he's fighting. Maddox is really fighting for position right now with Will Burnside. There we go.
Gets it into
Turn
Maddox.
around and put it in the basket, Maddox.
Hook shot's up, no good. Ball still on the floor. Tate Holbrook picks it up for the Dragons. Now the Dragons got 3 on 2 here. Shots up by Burnside, rebounded by Taylor Sharp. Ball goes all the way back to the other side of the court. Dragons reset their offense, trying to extend their 22-point lead here.
Yeah, you know, Nazario, ideal, you'd like to see this at least a 10-point game by the end of the third quarter.
Sharp, another offensive rebound. Gets it out to Holbrook for 3. It's no good, rebounded by Sullivan. Sullivan battling in there is going to get the foul called on the Dragons.
So now you have a little bit of an opportunity because the Dragons are a little cold right now. So we need a couple of consecutive possessions where we're scoring the ball.
Yeah, when you face these teams that are really good at shooting, shooting can also go cold sometimes, and you have to be able to really capitalize on those opportunities when those teams go cold. Tigers just playing really slow here with the Dragons in that zone defense. Cash Harney inside, great pass to Jack Sullivan. Cash with another assist right there.
I mean, he is ridiculous. Harney is ridiculous.
That is his 5th assist already today, Murph.
I know he had at least 8 yesterday.
Miles gets inside to Burnside. Beers thought about it. Swings to Holbrook, extra pass, no good. Maddox, a great box out and rebound right there. Cam Drives to the left side here and gets right to the basket by Boyd. Dragons are forced to call timeout.
Nice. So a nice little run there, 4-0 run by the Tigers, and that's what you want. Again, you want this at single digit by the time the quarter ends, and then you put yourself in position to win the game. But right now you do have to take advantage of this little bit of a lull that we're seeing from South Oldham. Cameron Boyd comes into today 16th in scoring in the state of Kentucky, 3rd in the 9th region. Can you name the other 2 players?
Jacob Meyer.
No, well, Jacob Meyer right now does not qualify for the state leaderboard. He's 1 game away.
Sorrow.
Yes.
And Will Harold.
Nope. The number 1 is Jackson Rice, who's 2nd in the state at 31 points a game. And Evan Ipsaro, I believe, is in 12th place at 28.6 points a game.
Who does Jackson Rice play for?
Ludlow.
Okay. Cam Boyd, down transition, no good right there. Foul going to be called on Sullivan heading the other way.
So, and right there is, Cameron Boyd has just been fantastic, all season. That was a missed opportunity to get back in this game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity. That's a missed one right there. So we need to stop right here.
Tigers switching up the defense. Miles shoots a deep 3.
What do you do with that? I mean, he's almost at the scorer's table shooting that. I mean, that was a great shot by Miles. Miles is a terrific player, Nazario.
You're exactly right, Murph. Tigers got to find a way to get some penetration on their zone defense. Cass drives in the middle. Euro step. Beautiful move. That cuts it to 19 here with 4:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Holbrook gets it out quick. 3-pointer, no good. Burnside grabs the rebound, though. Backed out to Veers. This shot's no good. Jack Sullivan bouncing around. Burnside picks up another offensive rebound, though. Dragons reset their offense. In the corner, Preston feeling it a little bit. Off the side of the backboard and no good. Cam Boyd gets up to Trevor Lowe, out in transition. Trevor finishes. 49-32 Dragons, and they're going to call another 30-second timeout.
Coach Steve Simpson for South Oldham calls a quick timeout. Saw something he didn't like on the way they were set up there. Taking a look at the other stats that Beechwood shows up in. Beechwood currently, right now, 7th in the state as a team in free throw shooting percentage at 88.9%, which puts them 1st in the 9th region, 7th in the state. And Nazario, after all the free throw shooting struggles the last couple of years, how awesome is it to see?
Yeah, it's a big key to basketball right now, and it's always been, really. But Dragons are going to come out here, inbound it, 17-point lead for the Dragons. Preston right now, Miles, with 16 points right now in this game. Tigers the trap, they get the steal. Jack Sullivan on transition. Cam Boyd gets it. Goes up, and he's going to be fouled. No, they're going to call a jump ball right there. The ball will go back to the Dragons. What do you think of that call there, Mike?
That was questionable at best. Coach Katz giving the official his review of the call. Mikey Murphy, Quinn Evison, and Austin Navin standing also expressing their displeasure at the call. That was pretty funny.
Tigers coming out in the press here. Dragons break it easily, get it over to Toro. Veers driving inside, dumps it off the Sharp, floaters up and good.
It's a great play right there. Veers with a little bounce pass underneath.
Tigers get it out, and Boyd up top. Sullivan thought about the 3 in the wing. Pass on the wing, drives, baseline. Swings over to Cam on the wing. Tigers can't get anything going on offense right now. Cam decides to do it himself, and it's no good. Rebounded by Taylor Sharp. Sharp gets it over to Fithian, and it's no good right there. Bounced off the top of the basket.
Yeah, I mean, right now, they're ice cold from 3. Miles, really the only one that's hitting from outside right now.
Tigers just cannot get anything going on offense right now. They average 66 points a game. Murph sitting at 32 right now with 2:35 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this zone is they're really struggling against it right now, Nazario. Come on, Cameron, knock it down.
Three. Good. That cuts the lead to 15 with 2:19 left.
All right,
Tigers going with pressure here.
now we need to stop.
Veers up top, slowing it down. Veers gets it back on the wing. Dumps it inside. Dumps it back outside of Toro. Dragon just moving around slowly. No urgency with this big 16-point lead. Toro drives baseline, swings it back outside. Dragons content to just drain clock here, find their shot. Gets it over to Taylor Sharp, who shoots the three on the wing, and it's rebounded. Cash getting out in transition. Trying to cut the lead down. Cash, another Euro step. Good! And Cash Harney, what a move right there, Murph.
Well, sometimes you just need your best players to go do their thing. And Cash Harney, who is he's just looking transcendent right now with another big play, an opportunity to complete a three-point play, and
Harney at the line,
cut into the lead to make it a 13-point game.
Cash free throw up and good. Veers on the wing here, trying to break the press, gets it inside to Sharp, dumps it back outside to 50. 1:27 left, 13-point lead for the Dragons. Nice little run here by the Tigers. Got to keep it close here to finish this quarter. Toro thought about the three, dumps it inside to Veers. Trevor Lowe guarding him.
Miles begging for the ball right there.
Miles shoots a three, no
There
good.
we go. Here's an opportunity right now. We need to convert here to cut this to 10 or 11.
Sullivan up top. 1:02 left here in the third quarter. Sullivan, spin move. Finds Andrew Goodwin in the corner. He shoots the three. It's good! Tigers have cut it to 10.
Hey, big play by a senior who does not want to lose this game. Just a great shot right there by Andrew Goodwin. Again, Goodwin really starting to flex offensively the last couple of games.
Toro answers back, and the Dragons extend their lead back to 13 here. 35 seconds left. Dragons have moved back to man defense. Camboy going to set the screen for Cash. Goes back outside. Jack Sullivan deep three, no good. Rebounded by Trevor. Camboy wide open on the wing.
That's good.
No good. Andrew Goodwin tips it out though, and they're going to call a foul on Andrew. That was close right there. 19 seconds left. The Dragons have a chance to extend their lead. Tigers really need to stop here, Murph.
Yeah, they've done a nice job this quarter, and again, they haven't played a perfect quarter, but they've definitely played better and they've taken advantage of opportunities that the Dragons have given them. Now, the hope is, that the break in between the quarters won't give Coach Simpson a chance to kind of get them out of this lull.
13 seconds left here. Dragons bringing it up. Beers brings it back up top. 8 seconds left. Tigers in the zone here. On the wing, Toro in the corner. Dragons drive. Shots up, and it's good.
You gotta be kidding me.
That was not a good shot right there, Murph. A lucky throw-in right there by Luke B, really.
I'm not sure if you heard Coach Simpson screaming for them to shoot it. And he threw, that was a prayer shot that falls. But sometimes, when you're getting all the breaks, that happens. But a better quarter, Unfortunately, 5-0 run there at the end by South Oldham is going to make it a lot harder to come back in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Murph, in the first two quarters, Dragons averaged 22 points. In the third quarter, only 12. The Tigers are able to play that great defense again and get hot. There's a shot here to come back.
Sorry, go ahead.
Right now, Dragons shooting 23 of 48, just below 50%. Tigers shooting 16 of 33. They themselves also right below 50%, but 15 more shots attempted by the Dragons, Murph.
I mean, that's their philosophy. That's their bread and butter. They just get the ball in the air. Rosario, the updated RPI that was released overnight, Beechwood moves up 10 spots from 135 to 125. They move up 2 spots in the ninth region from 9 to 7. The top 7 in the RPI, 9th region: Covcath 1, Highlands 2, Newport 3, Holy Cross 4, Connor 5, Lloyd 6, and your Beechwood Tigers 7.
Yeah, and this region is just going to be awesome to watch. I can't wait to go to NKU and watch the whole tournament in March.
Oh, it's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. All right, Tigers will have the ball first to start the fourth quarter, trailing by 15, 56-41. And there's a quick turnover, and down the floor to Miles. Miles puts it up and in. 58-41, Dragons with the lead. Harney at half court, bounce pass over to Goodwin. Goodwin across the timeline, over to Boyd. That's 2 turnovers to start the fourth quarter. Bounce pass inside. Once again, Miles up and in. 9-0 run for South Oldham since Beechwood cut it to 10 on Andrew Goodwin's three-pointer late in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it was turnovers that helped them come back into the game, and turnovers to extend the Dragon lead, but Tigers come back and answer.
Logan Wormuth with a basket, cut the lead to 17, 60-43. Nathan Toure fires from 3, no good, off the back of the rim. Fight for the rebound, Andrew Goodwin picks it up, bounce pass, stolen by Toure. Tigers in transition, good thought, but not the best pass. Missed shot there by South Oldham. Tigers in transition, Harney, free throw line, up and in. Cash scores again.
Beautiful finish, and they got to get out in transition. They got to keep playing fast and let Cash Harney do his thing.
Joey Miles inside to a spinning 50, and he kicks it out to Luke B., the sophomore. Another three-pointer, 63-45. Man, we thought Walton Verona could shoot the 3, Nazario. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, both of those teams have shot incredibly well from the three-point line, and that's the difference between these two teams right now.
Yeah, to give you an idea of how dangerous great three-point shooting teams can be, this team has shot 275 threes this year. Beechwood has shot 151, so just 2 completely different philosophies. Trevor, bounce pass inside to Worm. Worm finds Cameron Boyd. Boyd up and in. Nice play right there by Logan Wormuth with the assist to Boyd. That'll make it 63-47. 16-point lead for the Dragons. 6:10 remaining in the contest. Miles for 3. Misses. He was wide open. Cash comes up with the rebound. Tigers in transition. Cash backs it out. Now, left elbow jumper blocked by Beers. And 15 comes up with it. Down the court to Miles. Miles, beautiful one-handed bounce pass to Nathan Toure for the score. 65-47. 18-point lead. 5:46 remaining.
Yeah, the Tigers just aren't playing great defense so far. There's been 4 layups already in this half, and that's just too easy for this Dragon team.
Boyd, bounce pass over to Harney. Harney leans inside to Logue. Logue in traffic, finds Jack Sullivan. Sully puts it up and in. Nice job right there by Trevor, understanding he didn't have a good shot.
Tigers having more success on offense, but they got to find a way to get some stops here. That looked like
Luke B with the travel. Yeah, good call there by the official on Luke B. Coach Simpson giving his young sophomore grief over that turnover. And Brooksby, the older of the B brothers, he buzzes into the game. You like that? You like that? All right, Logan Wormuth will inbound. 2-3 zone here by South Oldham. Cash over to Boyd. Boyd to Worm, and that ball is tapped out by Luke B., the younger of the Bs. Worm inbounds in front of the Tiger bench to Cash. Cash, top of the key. Crosses over to the left side. Now turns it back around. Dribbles between his legs. 2 Dragon defenders at the top of the key, making sure he can't cut straight to the basket. Sully over to Boyd. Boyd, right side, 4:53 remaining. 16-point lead for South Oldham, 65-49.
And this is exactly what you want from a zone defense. They're just taking up clocks, and they're just playing defense.
Right elbow jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. Miles comes down with it. Gets it over to Veers. Veers down the right side of the floor. Veers right wing. He drives inside, up and in. Way too easy.
You're exactly right, and there was no help defense there. Usually, Trevor Logue's not in the game. If he was in there, he would be right there taking a charge.
67-49, 18-point lead for South Oldham. Boyd, right wing. Boyd, the 16th leading scorer in the state of Kentucky, passes over to Wormuth. Wormuth inside to Maddox Kelly. Kelly puts it on the ground and is fouled on the way up. He will head to the free throw line, where he has been lethal the last 2 games. 10 of 10.
Yeah, Maddox so far 6 points in this game. Already 4 of 4 from the free throw line. This will be his 3rd trip to the line.
And that one is no good. That breaks the streak of 10.
The Murphy jinx.
Yeah, that was my fault. Yes. Second free throw up. Moonshot. Good. 67-50. 17-point lead for South Oldham. 4:13 remaining in the contest. South Oldham brings the ball up the floor. Miles up the right side, defended by Wormuth. He passes it to Veers. Veers right wing. A trap. Veers gets it to teammate Luke B. Fires for three. No good off the back of the rim. Cameron Boyd comes up with the rebound. Boyd tries to find Harney. That's kicked right back to him. Over to Wormuth. Right wing three. Good! Wormuth with a big three. That makes it 67-53. Lead cut to 14. 3:36 remaining.
Tigers gonna have to start trapping now.
Yeah. Miles finds a wide open, streaking Christian Veers for two. 69-53. Boyd, top of the key. Over to Wormuth. Wormuth with some confidence, drives inside. Finds contact, turns, tries to pass it to Maddox. It's stolen by Luke B. Luke B over to Christian Veers. Veers, junior guard for South Oldham. One of the primary ball handlers. Miles, right elbow, passes it inside to a wide open Brooks B for two. 71-53, lead extended to 18.
B brothers have combined for 10 points so far this game, Murph.
Boyd, left wing, long three off the back of the rim. Wormuth comes up with the rebound. He spins and gets tied up with Brooksby. And they're going to call a jump ball on that.
Jump ball.
The B brothers have only combined for 6 points average so far this season, Murph. And that just shows you how good this offense is playing today in this game.
Well, and they, this is, you look at their roster and their scoring numbers. This is a team that that really can go 9 deep in terms of players that can really, not only impact the game, but all 9 can shoot 3-pointers. Looking at my stat sheet, I'm looking at their top 8, and I don't even have Nathan Toro on here. He's knocked down at least 1 3. So this is a deep, talented team. And I think that other than the 3-point shooting and just the they just look sharper today. Now the team that we saw yesterday for Beechwood, I think this is a much closer game. Unfortunately, you're going to have this sometimes, especially around Christmas break. Sometimes you have where the team that you see is not the same from one night to the other. That's what we're seeing right here. But this is a deeper team than Beechwood, a better shooting team than Beechwood. When you're in Beechwood shoes, you can't have a night off against a team like this.
Yeah, Nathan Toro averaging 3 points a game has 11. And if you look at the Tigers, all their scoring has come from their top-heavy guys. No one has really stepped up, and like we said, those 5th, 6th guys, and scored a lot of points like Nathan Toro has done today.
All right, South Oldham will inbound, full court press. Look there, Veers bounces it across the timeline to Brooksby. B inside to Dragons. He kicks it out to Miles, who buries another 3. 74-53. Miles on fire.
Yeah, he's got 23 points tonight, Murph. 10 field goals made, only 19 attempted, shooting over 50%. That's a great night for Miles.
Cameron Boyd, right wing, 2:15 remaining, 21-point lead for South Oldham. Harney, left wing. Bounces it over to Boyd. Boyd, right wing, swings it cross court to Sully. Sully drives baseline, stops, pops, jumper, good.
That's Sullivan's 11 points on the night. He's playing pretty well today, Murph.
Well, and you can see that he's really understanding that he can be a dangerous mid-range shooter, and he's gaining more confidence. Right now. He's gaining more confidence on both sides of the ball. All right, Dragons with the ball 50 and inside to Miles. Miles loses it, and Cameron Boyd comes up with the steal down the court to Harney. Harney drives, puts it up, misses the shot, and Luke B with the rebound. B loses it, Fithian with it, and looks like B might have been hurt there after coming up with that ball. The ref blows the whistle, and both teams will. It looks like Beechwood is going to concede here and put in their backups, which is probably the right thing to do at this point.
Yeah, coming in for the Tigers going to be Austin Navin, Carson Blackburn, Rhett Dawson, Quinn Evison, and Mikey Murphy. Luke B, luckily, is walking off the field. Looks like on his own power there. Good to see that, Murph.
Yeah, nice player. I mean, he's had a really nice game. Obviously a key player off the bench for, I wasn't here when the game started. Did he start?
I believe he did.
Okay, so, a key player for this team. This is a team that's, really, it has been a powerhouse in the 8th region, for a long time. They've struggled the last couple of years, and they're really looking to get back into, the top echelon of the 8th region. This is a nice win for them. All right, Miles inbounds it to Veers. Veers over to 50 and back to Miles. Miles left wing. He gives it back to Veers, standing on the Bellevue B. 1:20 remaining. Veers over to 50, right side. Back to Veers. Veers over to Miles, left wing. Miles inside to Holbrook. Holbrook back to Veers, over to 50. Back to Miles. And they're going to call it. Okay. So Coach Sanders asking the official to call a travel there so he can stop the clock and get his players in.
Jesse Clayton, Lucan Fizzolt. Taylor Sharp going to stay in the game. Also Tate Holbrook.
1:06 remaining, 74-55. South Oldham with the lead. Tate Holbrook will handle point guard duties for the Dragons. Holbrook, top of the key, defended by Evison. Ball taken away by Carson Blackburn. Blackburn full court, tries to get it to Dawson. Dawson, seeing his first action, he's unable to come up with it. Dragons down the floor. And a wide open three, didn't take it. I'm surprised by that. Tate Holbrook backs it out, defended by the tenacious Quinn Evison. Blackburn with another steal. Blackburn down the floor to Quinn Evison. Evison drives, puts up a shot, hits the bottom of the blackboard. Dragons come up with 26 seconds remaining. And the Dragons will put 2 more on the board, 76-55. Carson Blackburn, top of the key, over to Evanston. Evanston inside to Dawson. Dawson attacks and tries to find Mikey Murphy, but Murphy leaning one way. Dawson threw it the other way. Turnover for the Tigers. 11.4 seconds remaining.
That is the 16th turnover for the Tigers. And if we look at it, only 14 assists, 2 more turnovers than assists. Murph, you're never going to win a ball game like that.
And that will do it. South Oldham knocks off your Beechwood Tigers 76-55 with the win. The Dragons move to 4-5 on the season. They will be a force in the 8th region this year. We will root for them from Fort Mitchell. Not a team we want to see at any point more during the season. Beechwood with the loss, they fall to 4-5. In Nazario, I think we'll go over the stats here in a second, but I think if you're Coach Gatz, if you're anyone on this roster, unfortunately, you just have to chalk this up to it's just one of those games where you just everything you didn't catch any breaks and everything went the wrong way. It happened. You just have to move on.
Yeah, yesterday we came out with our A game. Today we didn't. We got to move on. It's a long season. It's still only December 9, games into the season, about a third of the way through. It's all about progression and being ready for March. And we're going to go over the stats real quick. For the Dragons, Julian Miles leads the way with 23 points. Nathan Toro also with 11. 8 different Dragons scored tonight. They went 32 of 61. Murph shot over 50%. And for the Tigers, 3 players in double digits. Cash Carney with 13, Cam Boyd with 12, and Jack Sullivan with 11. Tigers went 22 of 45 from the field. So if you look at that, Murph, 16 more shots for the Dragons, 16 turnovers by the Tigers. Obviously, big difference in the ball game. And, it's just a tough loss to take.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, and I think with that, thank you, sir. I think sometimes, just like football, sometimes you run into teams that are not great matchups for you, and sometimes that has nothing.
Holiday Classic. All tournament selections. First for the Beechwood Tigers. Number 22, Cameron Boyd.
And Cameron Boyd just named to the Mike Swagger Holiday Classic All Tournament team.
Next for South Oldham, number 1, Christian Beers.
And I think Christian Veers for South Oldham, which I think is a very appropriate.
And number 50, Julian Miles.
And Julian Miles, of course. But anyway, what I was saying is sometimes you just get into, you run into teams where it's not necessarily a personnel thing. Sometimes it's a one team's philosophy versus another team's philosophy. You know, I'm very certain that if Coach Getz and his staff wanted to have an offense where they were firing up, 35 to 40 3-pointers a game, you might see us doing this exact same thing to some other teams. That's just not it. We don't match up well against this team, So I think that's another thing. I think down the line, I think if you're talking about having this matchup in January, late January, February, I think you see a much more competitive Beechwood team with a more polished Maddox Kelly and Cash Harney with 10 to 15 more games under his belt. Not the right time of year to face this team, and not the right matchup in terms of philosophies. But again, we've been playing very well. There's a lot of things to look forward to. The South Oldham, the tournaments. What's the tournament we're playing in next week?
South Oldham Holiday Classic.
Yeah, the South Oldham Christmas Classic tournament. That's we'll be playing Louisville Seneca, and it's got a really good field. That'll be another great test for this team. But South Oldham's a good team. It happens. You move on. But the big thing is, again, and I think this is the takeaway for everybody. If you look at the outlook after our first 3 games, where everybody was thinking, "Oh my gosh, where is this going?" versus now, this is a team that is headed in the right direction. But when you have a young team, when you're trying to find the right pieces, when you're trying to get football players back in the mix of things, sometimes you're just going to have missteps like this, and you just, like we said, you just move on.
Yeah, you got to learn lessons from games, and today Tigers have to learn. We got to cut out the turnovers. We got to get back in transition on defense. You can't give people easy shots, easy layups like we had today. And we got to be able to move the ball better on offense. Zone defenses, we got to figure that out. If we do those 3 things, I think we'll have a lot more success the rest of the season. And, like we said, next week, Tigers will be playing in the South Oldham Christmas Tournament. We will see if we'll be able to get down there or not quite sure yet. We'll let you guys know. Also, if you guys like the broadcast and like us to keep doing them, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you see that we are doing these. And we thank you guys for tuning in. This is the final game of the Slaughter Classic, so the Tigers will be back in action next week, and we'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you, Nazario. Well done.
Well done to you too.
Great job. Go Tigers.